Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, Episode 13, Wine and Grind. So, the men, they arrive at their Airbnb. Melnika got on her sissy dress with all her thighs out, titties out. I'm like, where's she going? Anyway, Marceau asks, Melnika how long that they've been friends. And, she says about 30-something years. And Marceau, in his confessional, he feel like Melnika done played in the friend zone so long. Of course, she looking out. Of course, she's got his best interest at heart. He see Melnika coming a mile away, and so do I. As do I. Maurice, Marceau, and Louis, of course, have to call their wives, and all the wives are, so what y'all doing tonight? What y'all getting into? What y'all got going on? Who all over there? They got the questions. They have to fill them in on everything. They all get dressed and they get downstairs, and the foyer is full of women's. She done invited all the girls, all the middle-aged girls. All the girls, and this one in this pink number, I'm like, girl, that's for the teenagers. That's for the teeny bops. That's for the 20-somethings. You can show a little skin past 40, but it need to be tasteful. It need to be age appropriate, not looking like you was in the Body Central shopping, or like you went to Forever 21 and got you a little dress. I'm gonna need for us grown-ups not to do that. Granted, I shop at Forever 21, but not for stuff like that. Not for that kind of stuff. If it's going to make me look 21, I don't want it. If it's going to have me looking 19, I don't want it. I'm grown as hell. I want to look like a woman. Okay? Anyway, it's the foyer is full of women, and of course they looking around like, what is this about to be? They got to mix and mingle now. We got to try this wine out. Let's test this wine out. So the ladies, everybody starts tasting the wine. We sitting around. Melnika has the guys give them, a little sales pitch. What would your commercial be for this? And they all do their little commercials. Marceau's was whack. I don't even remember it. Maurice told him, close your eyes. He tried to sweet talk him and give him a little quiet storm voice. Louis, I forgot what he said. Something about spreading them legs or something like that, because one of the ladies said that the wine had nice legs. And they didn't even know what that meant. They was like, what? Legs? Melnika tried to make a little snide remark about it, like, what you talking about? And it's like, girl, it's obvious you're not a wine connoisseur or any kind of connoisseur as it comes to alcoholic beverages. Whiskey, wine, all of that. If you swirl it around in your glass, and you can see it stick, it's around the sides of the glass, and it kind of like runs down slowly. Those are the legs. You got to take yourself a little wine tasting class like me, so you can be a connoisseur, so you can be a sommelier. Anyway, of course, that was it for the portion with the ladies, and they gonna get dressed and head on out to the strip club later on that night. Kimmy drops by Black. They got to talk about the guys. Tisha, she don't feel like they should have went without them. Martell don't even drink wine. He don't even drink. Like, they should have brought the ladies. Girl, let that man go on a trip. He always without you. So one more weekend won't hurt. She hopes they don't get in any trouble. She know they gonna do the strip club. They both like, what is this about to be? Because the last time they went to Atlanta, Martell had them in some mess. And so that's their concern is, their concern is that they don't have to hear about it. The guys are, pre-game, and they getting ready to head out. And, everybody good. Y'all good to do the strip club thing, and Martell says, oh, Louis good. He good. He married to Tiffany. They like, what you mean by that? Oh, they open. They open. Louis just standing there with the stupid grin on his face. Apparently, they have a very open situation. Not to say it's an open marriage. Maybe I don't know. They didn't give me any details, and so I'm not about to sit here and try to make some up. But they have a very colorful sex life, I assume. And so she don't care about him being at no strip club. I'm one of those wives that don't mind going to the strip club with my husband. Now, he ain't want to be up in there with me. And I think it's because he didn't want me watching the girls. But it's like, you kind of turned on, and I'm looking at you kind of turned on by this. And so now, yeah, let's go. You know, so I don't get it. I don't get it. He don't like it. He was like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that no more. He was very uncomfortable. I was like, you can go get you a little dance. Nope. Ain't that weird? That is just so odd to me that I'm like, you're like a monolith. Like, the only man I've ever known that don't want to be up in the strip club. Not that I want him up in there all the time, but it's just like he ain't going at all. He ain't going for no bachelor nothing. You know, he ain't going. Kimmy and Tisha back at Black. They still talking about the men, you know, going to the strip club and all of that. Tisha has to convince herself and everybody else that she trusts her husband and that she has no choice but to believe what he says when he says what he says. Kimmy just looking at her like, okay, girl. Yeah, right. Like us, like we all are. Like, girl, enough with this. Enough. Anyway, back at the house, back in Atlanta, you know, the guys, they're getting ready to go. Marceau say he ready. He got his wedding ring on. He ready to go. The guys get to the strip club and everything. Oh, and I've just made note of this because I had to say it. Did y'all see Maurice's face when Martell says something about we got to make sure ain't no pictures of backs and things like that? And Marcel was like, yeah, that wasn't me. Maurice looked up like, wasn't. He knows that it was. So, yeah, Maurice's face said that was a lie. The guys, you know, they do the strip club thing, you know, whatever. It's everybody's respectful. They making fun of Louis because he kind of like off in a corner just chilling. While the rest of them all in the girl's face. You're not really in their face, but they got front row seats, you know. But it's, you know, typical men at the strip club. Martell, the one getting all the dances, all in the girls' faces because he's single. The next morning, they all hung over. They're going to do a rage room. And so they're going to gear up for that. That's what they're going to do before they head over to the official wine tasting and why they're there. While they're, you know, having breakfast, they talk to Martell about, you know, about his success and that they're proud of him, you know, for picking himself back up. You know, even after divorce, Marceau tries to chime in and get him to hold some more accountability. And Martell's like, listen, enough with this. I done been accountable. I done held myself accountable plenty of times. We ain't even about to go there. Which is fair, you know. Why are we even doing this, Marceau? It's not even the time to have this conversation where he needs to be holding himself accountable for this and for that. We are here to celebrate this wine. Can we please just do that? We do not need to be talking about the demise of his marriage and it being his fault. Please, just be my friend and be supportive in this moment and why we're here. Period. That's it. Melody and Tiffany, they go shopping. And Tiffany's glasses were so cute. They really look cute on her. But anyway, Tiffany tells her that she wants to go back to Utah. You know, she has to dig deeper. Melody is all there for that. You know, she's supportive. She'll go back with her if she needs to. They start talking about, they see this little number in there. And Mel tells her she need to get that. And she's like, for what? You know, maybe your husband will like. She's like, child, I don't know. Because it seemed like what I do ain't enough. It's almost as if she's not giving Louis enough. You know, she's not giving him none. When she feels like she is, she's busy, blah, blah, blah. She's just bad-mouthing her husband on camera, honestly. Like, almost like she don't want to be with him sexually, you know. I don't know what they got going on, but this is their storyline, that their sex life is in trouble. You know, that they have issues with the sex life. She basically makes it seem like he just wants so much of it. Like he's just never satisfied. He's a sexually needy kind of person. She talks to them. She talks about, she tries to allude that he would cheat. And Melody's like, oh no, we're not going to do that. Yeah, they out there with Martell and all that, but you know, no, let's not paint that picture. Let's not go down that road. I'm not even checking for that conversation. Louis is a good man. So no ma'am. Let's not even go there. They talk about love languages and, you know, whether or not she knows what Louis's love language is. And She doesn't know. You know, she's assumed what it was and told him what it was, you know, and she's like, no, you're gonna have to ask what his love language is. They got work to do. They need to go sit down with somebody's therapist instead of talking amongst your friends like they gonna be the ones to help. The guys are headed to the rage room. Marceau got rage. You know, he got to let off some Wanda rage. Martell just letting off, you know, some steam, whatever. You know, baby mama rage, Martha Melody rage, whatever. Maurice don't really chime in and say what his rage is about, but Louis say he got sexual frustration rage, and so Maurice say, I'm gonna rage on for you. And, you know, afterwards when they're headed home, you know, we got to chime in. You got to get, you know, what's going on, Maurice? What you raging for? You know, because before that, they're talking to Louis about his sexual frustration, and he feeling like it's not really a big issue. It's just, you know, it's just a small thing. It's not really an issue. And they're like, no, you mentioned it, so it's definitely a problem. And you're going to have to you're going to have to figure out what the issue is and rectify it. Y'all going to have to fix it. It is a problem. Don't make it seem like it's a small situation. No, because 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it'll still be the same small issue. So they gave him a little advice, and it's like funny how you can just give out all this unsolicited advice, Marceau. You didn't want him chiming in when it was you and your issues and your marital problems. You don't know that man like that, remember? You haven't earned that, remember? Anyway, Maurice. He got rage for Monster for little Maurice. I'm like, over what? He say the boy don't get up he ain't getting up to do this or do that. You know, he doesn't have drive and ambition. They looking at him like, he 14, he 15 years old. Like, what? He ain't getting up. Yeah, because he 14. You gonna have to wake up the 14-year-old. You gonna have to be the parent. You can't expect him to just be an adult. Excuse me? Like, what? And then they're like, what is he doing? What he say he in basketball, football, the SGA, the chess club. He doing all the extracurriculars. Martell say, so what's your problem? That's not enough? Yeah, but he ain't waking up for it. That's the stuff I've told him to do that. Yeah, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to lead and steer him and guide him. He's a child. They all agree he's being a little too hard on him. And Maurice is just that type. We saw that with how he would treat Jalen. You know, like, and although Jalen's grown, still, he's hard on him. You know, he expects you to be a full-grown ass adult at 19, at 14. And it's just, no. I don't know who made you be the adult at such a young age. And it's almost like somebody made you be the daddy. And when you was just the older sibling. Anyway, that was it, guys. I thought I was coming back to say something else, but that was it. That's where we ended out with them, you know, trying to give Louis the marital advice. Anyway, that was it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.